Welcome back to the third and final segment with U.S. Congress District 4 candidate Joe Silvestri. Okay, Joe, we've been talking a little bit about politics, always interesting to me, but you're an educator, and I know education's near and dear to your heart.
Yes.
A lot of people say education's just a big mess. Would you agree, disagree?
Yeah, no, I agree. When people ask me what I do, I'm really hesitant to say I'm a teacher. I make a joke, and it's one of these dark humor jokes. I sometimes say I provide expensive government daycare to middle-sized mammals with a world history theme, and teachers love that.
Sounds really like a day at Disneyland.
Yeah, but it's a sad thing to say because it's that's not what education is supposed to be about. Now, I am a very hardworking teacher, and I am a teacher. I mean, most of my students really like me, which I strive for, but that's not my prime goal, and I tell them so. I say my job is to bring you to a higher level of thinking and teach this curriculum and hopefully prepare you guys for college. So I'm going to do my best based on what we have. But I think our system is broken. It's not working.
What is the problem then? Is it government? Is it the teachers? Is it the administrators at the local level? The unions? A lot of people point the finger there.
I mean, they all deserve a piece of the blame. I've heard complaints about teachers. Oh, the teachers are lazy, or they're this or they're that. Well, most of the teachers I've worked with are hardworking and exceptional professionals. These people deal with 150 to 200 students if you teach secondary every day. A whole mix of people. It's kind of like gathering up everybody from the DMV and teaching them. Well, the average person recognizes that that's a very difficult thing to do. And for most people, they just couldn't cut it. It's nice to go to work and produce something and go home and not pull your hair out. Teachers have to balance and struggle a lot. I don't blame the teachers. I also don't blame the administrators, even though I've met a number of administrators who are if not less than professional, they're lacking in other areas. But most of the ones I've worked with are, they were teachers and now they're administrators, and they're trying to work within the system and make it better. They're trying to make a difference themselves. Most of them, I think, are just spinning their wheels because, as I said to describe it, it's if you have a dead horse, you don't want to. You should acknowledge that the horse is dead. You don't want to say, "Hey, the problem is that the horse is sleepy," or that the horse must have a broken leg, or it needs to have different water, or we need to pay.
Monty Python sketch.
Yeah,
like that.
Yeah, I guess so. But someone should say that horse is dead and acknowledge it. Our system is a compulsory system. Education is a compulsory system, and most adults don't get this. They don't think about it. I didn't really think about it when I was in school, and I went to a school on Long Island where, we had race riots periodically, and it wasn't most of the kids were racist. We just had some idiots from one side of the highway and other where they sent blacks back in the day when they steered whites and blacks to different neighborhoods. Yeah, and then you had others from the other, and they would sometimes tangle, and we'd have the cops show up. It was horrible.
Yeah.
And I said, what's wrong with this? And now I look back and I understand what was wrong. You forced all these people in the same spot.
They didn't focus on the education.
Well, you couldn't because you were forcing people.
They just said, let's socially engineer something.
Oh, and that doesn't work. Force doesn't work. So I believe we need to get education more in the hands of parents and students and families, and less out of the hands of the federal government. We need to abolish the Department of Education, something that was only created under Jimmy Carter's administration. Most Americans don't think it's been around forever. It was around since Jimmy Carter. A few years ago, I said that the department used to spend $70 billion. And I've been doing the research, and now it's $100 billion. And that money is taken out of the hands of taxpayers, out of families where they could spend it on their own children's education directly, with greater choice, finding more innovation. Instead, we have one size fits nobody coming down from Washington,
right.
Oftentimes made by unelected bureaucrats who don't have to answer to anybody. So I want to see education change to more direct control by parents, more local control, more choice for students, for parents, and for teachers. And that's the direction I want to go. So if I'm elected to Congress, I won't be supporting the Department of Education. I'd like to see that phased out, and I wouldn't abolish it overnight. I would phase it out, as Cato would offer as a policy position, give it back to the states in terms of block grants, and then let the states modify and come up with solutions that work. And you'll find 50 different states doing different things. The things that work will be copied. The things that don't work so well will be discarded.
Like anything else in life.
Right, exactly.
If it doesn't work, toss it out.
Yep.
Don't be so attached to it. Hey, we were talking off camera about an event coming up next week, right?
Yes, yeah, Gary Johnson's
in Vegas.
Gary Johnson's in town. This is
Okay.
I'm thrilled. There's an event, and this is not a Gary Johnson event. This is a charity event that will be held at the Rio. It's called Wild Fest, and it's a charity event to where the proceeds are going to go to children with special needs. And the Libertarian Party of Nevada is getting behind this. Gary Johnson will be appearing there as a speaker. We're going to go not just to support Gary Johnson, but to support this organization and this event. Sometimes I hear disparaging remarks directed at libertarians, like, "Oh, you guys just care about yourselves. You're all individualistic." And we are individualistic, but we don't just care about ourselves. We care about our families and our friends and our communities, and I care about our world. I mean, I care about our children, and I want to make a better place. We just think that it's better when people that know each other help each other than when the government tries to do so. So we're getting involved in this event and helping out. We're offering tickets through our website. So if someone wants to go to lpnevada.org, they can go to our meetup site and they can sign up through the website if they want and buy a ticket. It's a $9 or $10 donation to get into the event. And there's a lot of speakers and there's a lot of activities and things. It's very much a family event.
Oh, okay.
But
I thought it was for the grown-ups, but
no, it's a whole family gig. It's like a big fair, I guess.
Okay.
And this is my first time attending. I'm excited about it, not just because Gary Johnson's there, but I like stuff like this. This is what makes our world better. I'd rather spend my money on this than dropping cruise missiles on people in other countries, or giving benefits to corporations that are using the power of government to direct things their way. So anyway, next Thursday at Wildfest at the Rio. Hope to see you all there.
And what time's it going to be?
Well, I think it's an all-day event and goes also Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's a multi-day event. So Gary Johnson, I think, is due to speak at 8 p.m. We'll have that up on our website as well, but it's definitely in the early part of the evening. So if someone comes down after dinner, and if they want us to buy a ticket for them, they can donate $10 or more through the LP Nevada website. That money will go to Wildfest. It's the Lily Claire Foundation, actually. So money's not.
They're the ones actually putting it on.
Right.
Okay.
Exactly. So
Good
that
group.
This is not really to raise money for the party. If someone wants to donate more or donate to my campaign, by all means, be happy to receive it. But if you just want to buy a ticket to the event, then join us and see you there.
Okay. We're about out of time here. When we go out to commercial break, we've got a little catalog of Gary Johnson clips, so we're going to throw one into your your half hour.
Yeah, thank you.
Didn't think I'd get any argument on that.
No, not from me. I love it.
Thanks a lot, Joe, for coming by.
Thank you, Doug.
And folks,
pleasure as always.
Thank you very much. We'll be back with you again tomorrow night, 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock. Tuesday through Friday, and we'll have candidates all the way up until November 6th. Folks, have a good night, and we'll see you back here.
My name is Gary Johnson. Of the many people running for president in 2012, only 3 will be on the ballot in all 50 states come November. Myself, a Republican, and a Democrat. For those of you worried I'll take votes away from the Democrat, and to those of you afraid I'll take votes away from the Republican, I say good. They deserve to lose your vote. Take as many votes as possible away from the people in both parties, keeping us in a state of perpetual war, increasing unsustainable debt, record joblessness, and a bipartisan economic death wish, ruining America for 330 million of us. Over 80% of you have stated you want a third choice, and now you have one in me. For every face carved into Mount Rushmore, there was once a man willing to put his principles before his party. Washington, Jefferson, Lincoln, and Roosevelt, each one of them ran for office as an outsider, and each one of them changed America for the better. If you're ready to vote for better days in America, I'm not the third choice in 2012, I'm the only choice. Be libertarian with me for one election. If after 4 years you decide honest, effective government doesn't work for you, you can always vote corruption and failure back into office again. Live free.